We have new details tonight about the deadly plane crash that happened in January, coming out of a hearing in Washington that happened today.
An American Airlines flight collided with an Army helicopter near Washington Reagan National Airport. Everyone on board both of those structures, or both of those vehicles, died. NBC5 investigative reporter Chuck Goudie has been monitoring the hearings and joins us now with late details. Chuck.
Mary and Allison, it was obvious on that frigid night, January 29th, the Army helicopter and an American Airlines jet had been on a deadly flight path, and at least one of the aircraft was in the wrong place. Tonight, we know from federal investigators which one and why. The National Transportation Safety Board hearing that began today is aimed at figuring out who was to blame.
Pad 2 pass bond is CRJ.
This produced and animated video by federal air safety investigators gets right to the point. The midair collision that left 67 people dead involved an Army Black Hawk helicopter that was flying higher than it should have been, flown by a crew relying on cockpit altitude gauges that were faulty.
We also issue safety recommendations aimed at preventing recurrence of that accident or incident.
The NTSB began 3 days of hearings here in Washington, swearing in witnesses who may help provide answers into what caused the series of problems resulting in this crash.
Pad 2 pass bond is CRJ.
Today's hearing underway not far from Reagan National Airport, where the accident happened 6 months ago. The nation's deadliest plane crash since late 2001. It has focused attention on several points: the razor-thin margin of error for all aircraft coming and going from D.C.'s close-in airport, and also the tenuous situation of staffing in Washington, D.C.'s air traffic control towers. The fatal January incident has produced increased concern about FAA staff shortages and outdated equipment used to control aircraft across the U.S. During today's hearing, investigators said the helicopter flight data recorder showed it was flying 80 to 100 feet higher than the cockpit controls showed pilots. More troublesome, according to the NTSB, they tested 3 other choppers from the same Army unit and found they too had similar altimeter discrepancies. As startling as that may sound, tonight U.S. Army officials maintain such a variance is within the acceptable range and that pilots are supposed to maintain altitude plus or minus 100 feet. 2 other things may be more important here: how to declutter the D.C. airspace where 100 feet may matter, and how to update those 50-year-old helicopters that may still have outdated altimeters. Newer helos have onboard data computers that provide more accurate readings. Allison?
Hopefully this will transform into safer airspace there over Washington, D.C. Thank you, Chuck.